Hey guys, what's going on? It's Dan and I'm back for another one of Stout Gaming's Make It a Double Battles. So we are back to a team that I built again this week, or today I should say, and we're going back to a Solgaleo Kyogre team, but this one's different than the one I ran earlier in the season. It's a bit more refined. I still like the other one, and I'm going to probably pull some bits and pieces of it into a different one. But we do have that weakness policy, Solgaleo again, but this time the Bulldoze trigger comes from Kyogre. Now, the downside of that is that it can get faked out. The upside of it is that it's the Kyogre that can set the rain. So it's going to be led less often. It's going to be more of a mid to late game option, and it's going to be pretty good with that. The Tornadus bears mentioning. Tailwind, Taunt, both seem necessary, and then I have Air Slash, Icy Wind, and if I had a fifth move, I'd put Brutal Swing on it to give a second Weakness Policy proc, but I haven't felt the need to proc Weakness Policy on my own Solgaleo with more than the Kyogre with this team. The support core is pretty standard with an Amoongus and an Incineroar. The Pollen Puff obviously can heal up Solgaleo, which is nice, and Powder moves seem really good in the meta right now. And then, it's a pretty standard Incin with a Shucka Berry to help fight the Groudon teams. And then, something that I've been messing around with is which electric type do I like the most in this format right now. I'm going to be running a Regieleki team in the near future, but this team I decided to go with Zapdos. The reason I went with Zapdos is sort of an anti-rain mode that can also help cover things such as Ferrothorn if one comes out, where otherwise it could provide a little bit of trouble for my team. But that's enough about the team, so without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the battles. Alright, so our first match is against another Kyogre Solgaleo team. So I'm going to assume that he is also Weakness Policy Solgaleo, and I'll have to play the game around it as such. This team also has Celesteela, Porygon 2, Regieleki, and Grimmsnarl. Zapdos seems pretty good here, and Amoongus seems pretty good here. Beyond that, Tornadus doesn't seem great. Incin is always going to be decent, but I don't think this is the matchup for it, because nothing really suffers too much from Intimidate on that team. I'm kind of interested to lead Amoongus and Zapdos, see what he goes for, and have the Solgaleo Kyogre option in the back. Zapdos is the secondary max option on this team. I'll probably max Solgaleo most often, but I will max the Zapdos pretty frequently as well. But let's go ahead and hop into it and see what we are getting. Oh, I should have mentioned the rental code for this team was on that first screen. So he's going for a super passive lead. We're both going for a super passive lead here. Let's see, what do I want to do here? Kind of just want to spore this Porygon. This Trick Room isn't the best thing in the world for me. But I really don't want to max this Zapdos here, because if he does get this Trick Room up, like if he's got Fake Out on this Grimmsnarl, the Solgaleo is going to be much better max option. So let's just try and get a little bit of chip on everything. Yep, okay, that makes sense. I've not seen Taunt Grimmsnarl before, but it makes sense here. I'll have to switch that out, get some chip on this Porygon. And he will get Trick Room up. Okay. So getting Solgaleo in here seems good. And his Solgaleo I think the Kyogre is more likely to switch in, and I think it's on the Porygon 2 slot, so I will just go for a Thunder there, and I don't want to just give him a free weakness policy activation either. Spirit Break is fine. Yeah, it's not going to do anything. Okay, so you're going to Eerie Impulse. That's fine. Okay. If we can just stall this Trick Room, I am fine with that. So let's just protect there. Let's get Amoongus back in. Then we'll protect and Sunsteel Strike the Grimmsnarl next turn if everything stays in. We can force him to not effectively use this Trick Room, and I think that's going to be the play here. See, is it Trick Grimmsnarl? Reflect. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you can get your screens up. Ice Beam will hurt a bit, but not too much. As long as I don't freeze. Shouldn't have said it. Should have stayed quiet. Let Sunsteel Strike the Grimmsnarl, and do I want to protect this Amoongus, or I don't think he'll. I'll go for protect in case Taunt does make the most sense here. So let's just Sunsteel Strike the Grimmsnarl, and yeah, he does go for the taunt. Amoongus will have to switch out. Yeah, I can switch out the Amoongus. Regenerator will be fine. Sunsteel Strike should up. It might. No, it doesn't quite pick up the KO with Reflect up. But this is his last turn of Trick Room. Yeah. So let's just protect the Solgaleo. Move this Kyogre in, and then we can decide what we're doing. That's his P2. I mean, attacking with the Solgaleo is probably fine there as well. Based on his play pattern, nothing's threatening. Don't freeze. Okay, Trick Room's over. It's Zoom time. What do I think he's going to have in the back? Kyogre and... yeah. So let's max Quake the P2, and let's give myself Weakness Policy. Kill the Grimmsnarl. I can't believe he's not switching anything. Bulldoze, trigger, Grimmsnarl goes down. Great. Behind Reflect, this shouldn't kill, but the special defense boost will be nice. Yeah, that's not going to come close to killing. But now we see what he'll switch with. I've got Rain up for Zapdos potentially. I'm very confused by his play. Because here, I just don't ever trigger his Solgaleo. And I Steel Spike the Porygon too. Give myself a defense boost. And I'll try and get an Amoongus. See if I can get a Wake Up. Or, not a Wake Up, a Thaw. Because Amoongus in this situation, if Amoongus wasn't frozen, I'd feel very good about my position. With the Amoongus being frozen, I'm a bit more iffy on it. Yeah. But basically, we'll just stall out his max. That's fine. We're just not going to give him a weakness policy. He is slower than me, which checks out. That's a crit. That's not a crit? I would have thought it had to be a crit at that range. Okay. Never mind. Slightly sketch your position all around. See. 3 turns of Trick Room left. Steel Spike into the P2 and... Let's try and get some confusion into this P2 as well, I guess. Okay. I don't think Solgaleo can one-shot Zapdos unless he goes for a Rock Ball. Okay, Quake is fine. Yeah, that's not going to do much at all. Boost my defense up. See if we can force his Kyogre out. If I get a confusion here, that would be nice. Okay. So if Kyogre comes out now, he'll have 2 turns of Trick Room to work with. I think this is a very easy double protect turn. Especially... Yeah, it's last turn of rain too. Cool, double protect. Yeah, last turn of rain, there'll be 1 more turn of Trick Room after this. After which, Zapdos is huge. So he'll go for another Quake. Get that special defense boost. Makes sense. Water Spout's kinda gonna suck next turn. But +1 Solgaleo with all my defense. I might survive on Zapdos as well because the rain is gone. Earthquake makes sense here though because it'll change speeds. And then I kind of want to double the Zapdos. Because I don't want to switch it out. Let's go for the double protect on the Zapdos. I don't want to switch it out and give him Rain Boost. Okay. Flare Blitz. Okay. I live that. I don't live that? That's a crit, right? There's the crit. Okay. Okay, now we're in a worse position. Yeah, now this is much worse. Zapdos, I kind of need to survive this. It does not. Single target. Okay. Man, that crit sucked. Okay, now I've got to think. My Kyogre is going to be the fastest. Ah, that crit sucked. Okay. I'm going to lock into a move, so I don't think I can lock into Water Spout here. I think I need to lock into Origin Pulse and hope that it's 2-hit KOs. And that I survive anything here. Give me a crit this time. Oh, man, this team is cool. Does it go for... Team is cool. Yeah, and he has Thunder. Okay. So a combination of bad luck and some really cool text on his part. I'll just run from this one. Actually, no. I've still got an out, and that's him thinking that I'm going to change it up. So I'll just fire Origin Pulse and let him do his thing again. Ah! Give me some crits. Give me some crits. Don't think it matters, but give me some crits. No, it doesn't matter at all. Yeah, that'll kill me. Yeah, very cool team from him. I still don't think he wins unless he gets that crit on the Solgaleo that turn. So I don't know if single target that kills the Zapdos either. So, combination of a bit of bad luck and cool team building. But we'll go to the next battle. Alright, and now we're into another Celesteela team. This one with... Oh, this one's weird. Yveltal and Shadow Rider makes sense. Seismitoad without a Rain Setter. Grimmsnarl and Tapu Lele. The biggest potential issue is, of course, the Yveltal. I don't want to lead Amoongus into this team. Incin, again, is okay here, but Lele takes away some of its value. Let's go with Tornadus Zapdos, actually. And I think I might max the Zapdos, depending on the lead here. But we'll give it a shot. Let's see. Yveltal Seismitoad. Okay. He's got the Seismitoad out. Okay, Seismitoad is on the field. Nothing else resists lightning. Like, a max lightning into that slot looks really good. Like, Tailwind max lightning. Yeah, I can get behind that. This Zapdos hits like a tactical nuke in max. It's max speed Zapdos to speed tie other Zapdos and Charizards. But let's see how it goes. If this is the Seismitoad, I don't like this for him at all. I kind of like that less. Because this thing's going to take a lot of... It might die. It could just die here. Let's see. Do we just kill it? If it's weakness policy, that's cool, but... That's not the way you want your weakness policy activated. Yeah, you're not winning the speed battle here, friend. I got Tailwind up. I think that might be AV, actually. Okay. Yeah, Tornadus did exactly what I needed it to do here. If he's at +1, if he gets Swift Swim on... It's probably better to play like this. See if that see if that thing wants to do me a favor. That's Earthquake. The Yveltal can't survive. Yeah, that's fine. Because I have Tailwind up. That's just the dead Yveltal. Cool. I'm not giving him any form of speed. It's not going to do a lot to the Seismitoad, but okay, it'll do a lot more next time. That's a lot of damage. But I don't really care. Even if that thing's Scarf. Yeah, I don't care. Right? I don't think I care about any of that. I think we go Earthquake and Airstream? Airstream makes sense to the Seismitoad. Let's make sure that thing goes down. Yeah, Zapdos can just steamroll some teams. Yeah, Seismitoad's dead. And now, the Solgaleo will actually just outspeed things even after Tailwind ends. So, let's assume this is the Calyrex, right? What I do here is protect Zapdos and Earthquake, because Zapdos can miss, and Zapdos missing here is the worst thing that could happen. But I'll let the Solgaleo go down, and Earthquake will still do, you know, a lot to everything. Protect here, and then I'll have my Scarf Kyogre in the back, and that with Zapdos wins. Like, there's no way for him to beat Scarf Kyogre if I get Earthquake off. I don't really think there's a way for him to stop Earthquake either, but this is just the safest way to do it. Ally switch, that's cool. You both get hit by an Earthquake. Yeah. Solgaleo will go down here. But this is why I wanted Zapdos protected, because I want Zapdos for this late game. Because I know it's not Scarflele now. I mean, I knew it wasn't Scarflele. But you may think with Tailwind gone, he's safe. But he's not. The Scarf Kyogre confirms this game. It's technically better. They're the same. So Hurricane's technically a little better. Launch it into this spot. Yep. This should kill the Lele, because it's also not a V. Yep. And now I win. Okay. So, a little bit of steamroll Zapdos game. Pretty fun, but we're going to be moving into game 3 in short order. Yep. Good games to my opponent there, and I will be right back around for game number 3. Alright, game number 3, and we are up against another Yveltal team, but this one with Zacian, Incin, and Grimmsnarl, Landorus, and Regieleki. Not gonna lie, that's not a great matchup. Let's see. I want to get Tailwind up, right? What's the best way to do it? Amoongus, probably? His instant lead just feels so free, though. He's going to outspeed my instance because this is a really slow instance. So let's go with Amoongus. Zapdos. Give him something to think about. And then let's go with Kyogre and Solgaleo in the back. Give him something offensive, like, at least threaten to do something offensive if he's got the lucky lead. Okay, I get Tailwind. Cool. And I would love for these two Pokemon to just die this turn too. I know they're not both going to, but it would be ideal. So I'll just launch Thunder into Yveltal. This is textbook. This is a textbook Kyogre and Solgaleo game. Cool. Yep, that's fine. So we don't max there. Selecting on for Electro Web. Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna launch an Icy Wind. Yeah, okay, that was okay, that's fine. Yeah, like I said, I want both of these Pokemon to die, and preferably on the same turn. Icy Wind will actually do a decent chunk to this Landorus, which is kind of funny. And I'll go for a Heat Wave to try and break Sash on Elecki. It's my most accurate move. Oh, it's faster now. Okay, that's fine. We mess with that. Heat Wave, connect, double connect, double connect. I've had so many Heat Wave double misses. Yeah, we mess with that. Zapdos goes down. Come on, go down, go down, go down, go down, go down. Yes! Weird thing for me to cheer, but yes. Now I just have to decide if I want Kyogre locked into Bulldoze or into Water Spout. Probably Water Spout, honestly. How many turns of Tailwind do I have left? 2, which means... Yeah, let's go with Water Spout, and then I'm actually going to preserve my max for a turn, because I do not need it. And I'm going to assume if he switches something in, it'll be into that Regieleki slot. because he might try to preserve that Aleki for late game. Yeah, or do that. Landorus will go down. Save the max. I guess a Steel Spike there to play against Protect might not have been a bad play, but I like having the extra turn of Dynamax. I may have been too aggressive in sacking both of my lead Pokemon, but I don't feel bad about it here. Water Spout up. Max. This will be my last turn with speed advantage. Kind of think he goes into Kyogre here, which means I want to maximize damage on this Yveltal, so let's go with a Rockfall. And I might be putting Solgaleo in a rough position here again. I might have overplayed my hand and put Solgaleo in a rough position against this Yveltal. But it's still going to be eating a full strength Water Spout that it can't do anything about. And a Steel Spike. Oh no, and a Rockfall. It might just go down here. It's very bulky. Let's see how much this Rockfall does. And this will give me a special defense boost, which is also kind of why I went for it. Airstream into the Kyogre. Okay, we can deal with that. Life Orb. So Kyogre is useless. I've got a 1v2. And no more Tailwind. I think I need to max Quake the Zacian here. Zacian doesn't touch Solgaleo, right? Let's Water Spout up. No, let's Steel Spike the Yveltal, because Zacian doesn't touch Solgaleo. Yeah, that was the correct play. Now I've got a 1v1 where I have +1 Solgaleo up against the Zacian. So Zacian will be faster, but I will deal more damage to it than it will to me, especially at +1 defense. Plus I've got one more turn of max. So yeah, this is good for me. I think we just Quake it. I was gonna say maybe we go for a Steel Spike for extra defenses, but what's it gonna do to me? That? Yeah, Sacred Sword cuts through defenses. But that cuts through Zacian. So he's not gonna kill me this turn unless he gets a Uber crit. And then I can just EQ. I don't think he has an out here. Yeah, he doesn't have an out here. So that'll be wrapping it up, unless the Zacian has, like, secret fire type move. That should be wrapping it up. But thanks so much for watching today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the content and the team. Feel free to give it a try. But Otherwise, if you're enjoying the series, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I guess at this point, I will see you next time. Have a nice one. Bye.